Hello, all. Welcome to the Third Podcast. Hope you guys are doing well. So, today we're going to talk about social media and its influence on people, and especially tracking of like privacy things. Like what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I don't know too much, but Facebook tracks 52,000 data points for somebody, like everybody. So, we're getting tracked all the time, and so we're going to talk about that, and then, of course, a little bit of AI, that's all discussion. Let's talk about location. Have you tried to stop your phone, like shut it down, and do you think they can still track your location?
Yes, they can. Because
They
they're
can?
always operating in the background. The operational system is always happening in the background. They're always going to be tracking people's movements, voices, actions, behavior, like literally everything. That's just like a spy, like spying on you behind the camera without you knowing they're actually doing it.
Well, that's totally scary because just imagine that you are spotted everywhere. Even your phone is switched off, they can track you.
I reckon they can.
Yeah, because I heard about it. Because one time, a couple of times, we are just being talking, and they can also spot you with different languages and whatever you speak. And then we had a big phone call. It's just there was no internet there, just a phone call, not a WhatsApp call. And then the next thing I tried to search something on, I think, Google, and then the thing that you are talking about just comes up. And I never searched it before. So I actually got a bit worried, like the amount they're tracking. And I don't think it's legal, actually.
I don't think it's legal.
Nah, because I don't give permission to track me 24/7,
Which is very scary in social media. Like, yeah, so they do that kind of thing, which is very, very scary. So they have that green light that comes on the phone. So when you look at the phone, the green light comes on, and then that's basically the camera is watching you, even though you're not recording anything or anything. It's just happening in the background. And so, yeah, so even if you're having your camera faced upwards, they can see whatever's happening up, even though it's not happening to you. But so, yeah, everything's happening in the background somewhere. And as you said, like you were checking on WhatsApp, etc., and then something came up on the search. It's very similar to a lot of people's situations, and also happening to me. I'm sure it happens to everyone. And so, like, if you search for something and then it comes out, and then the algorithm follows that particular search that you've been searching for. But when you're talking about something, like you literally just talk to your friend or whoever you're talking to, and it comes up, and then you just literally go on Google, you type in the first letter or second letter of that, and it just comes up with exactly what you just talked about. So that's pretty scary.
Yeah, sure. Have that thing happened to you before?
Yeah, many times.
Really?
Yeah, on
Oh
all
my
platforms,
God.
social media platforms, YouTube, not Snapchat, Instagram definitely, yeah, Facebook Messenger, like those kind of things. So yeah, and for mostly searching platforms like YouTube, TikTok, like those kind of situations. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, searches are definitely tracked.
Yeah.
Because they want to know what you're searching for. Of course, all they want is at this stage, I think, is trying to sell you, some product as advertisement. But in the future, I think they might want to control you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And which is very, very scary. So like sometimes you just don't know whether to bring your phone with you to anywhere that you're going. I mean, if you're going normal places, just wandering around, have different plans around, that's fine. But if you're planning to do something intimate with someone, and then like something sexual or something like a bit more private, you don't know if they're actually watching you doing it. So that's a bit scary.
Yeah,
That's even more worse than the normal situation that you've been.
Like definitely, that's like a private thing. But then there are other things that are more private, like let's say two very, very rich people are having a very private deal, discussion, and that should not go out of the room.
Yeah.
But then if they bring their phone with them, they can be recorded, and people might sniff the deal before they can find out what they're trying to do. So I think definitely a lot of people that are really, really rich, they're very aware of the effect or the amount of tracking they're doing. So I mean, I have seen people using dumb phone these days now. Now I think you're smart if you use a dumb phone. I kind of think that because nobody can track you, but there's a problem.
Yeah.
Because they're shutting down the 3G tower. So if you're on a 2G phone, you can't get a network. So how do you go around that? So that's a big problem.
Yeah, very big problem.
Yeah, and then I was just hearing a podcast, like listening to them, and then there was some company in Indonesia somewhere. They're developing a different operating system because we are actually just Google or Apple. It's like too much more for. We want an operating system that doesn't have any apps, like doesn't force you to install apps, and like Facebook apps, you can't really close them. They're like 24/7.
Yeah,
It's like you can't stop them.
it's operating in the background even though you close the app.
Yeah.
With any app, not just Facebook.
Yeah, and even Facebook, you really can't. You go to Task Manager, whatever they call it, on the phone, and you can't really stop it. So it's just annoying. It goes 24/7.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. So like, what's the implications you think in the future if like people don't have a privacy?
I think whatever you're doing, just close the camera and also put your phone face down. So whatever you're doing, if anything that's like if it's operated by a physical, like visual, like doing things privately with someone or doing something personal, then you should put it face down so no one's looking at you while being in the background of that happening. But then if it's like a voice situation, like you said, the business deal, whatever, I don't think you can avoid that voice situation because it's voice activated. How you mute that particular conversation? So you can, so when you're recording, whatever you're saying, it is what it is. So there's no way to actually, hide that voice from your phone.
Yeah,
You're actually recording that voice, but that's just recording it. But when you're not recording it, you're just speaking. And there's no way to access any way to avoid that voice to be sent out to someone else or spread around.
Yeah, because they have a lot of data points. So the thing is about privacy with the camera, I mean, you can't have your phone camera facing you and you're changing or changing clothes or something like that, because that can be monitored, and like even the webcams that's installed in your laptop, they're not safe. So what happens is you're working on a laptop and then it's open, and then you just have to do something private, and you haven't locked your laptop or shut it down. Your camera, even if you're locked your laptop, somebody can just hack into your laptop and I guess track your camera, and then they can just get the data and they can do whatever you want to do. Plus with this AI, you have to be careful.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with the AI. That's another topic actually. Like we can have this podcast happening without actually being really there, But can you imagine? Like these two people, you can exactly clone them. There's hundreds of softwares there. I've tried them. They're quite good, but again, they're scary,
Yeah.
You can clone the voice, and then we can have this podcast happening, and when we are kind of not there, Like you can have podcasts from people that died many, many centuries ago,
Yeah.
Who knows,
They can record down, they can like get it down, recordings in a way, and then save it somewhere. Like on Facebook, you can save it. Instagram, you can't save it. You can only save it to like the collections, but, like somewhere in the settings, but you can't save the actual thing and then into your phone. There's no way it can save into the phone, into a gallery, but it can be saved on the Instagram platform itself. That's it. So if they were wanting to clone us, for example, we're doing this right now, live, and then if that gets to be cloning, that's going to be not likely to happen because it's not likely to get the actual original copy of that. So
yeah, but still scary. Like let's say people can clone any of us, and I mean we are doing something we've never done. Like let's say we are just selling vegetables in a continent like let's say Africa, and we've never been there. So I don't know. You can make anybody sell anything.
Yeah.
Or do any stuff. Like you can actually having a chat with Alexander the Great, having a video call or whatever, or I don't know with Karl Marx or something. Like this is scary. Like so what's the security like? How can you be secure? Like because you have to come to the social media and put content out and so on and so forth. So how do you like secure yourself? What's the security? I know it's a hard question.
No way they can do security because like it's all on cyber security these days. So like in terms of hacking people's phones, hacking people's laptops, getting viruses, trojans, those kind of the ones that you usually get at workplaces, how to avoid those viruses from coming through. They go to the IT department, they try to avoid any virus that comes through. Don't open this link, don't open this page, don't open the emails. etc., etc. So that's the way to avoid. But in regards to like personal life, how are you gonna know if it's gonna be? I mean, some things are very obvious. You can tell that's definitely a fake link, or definitely something. If you click on it, they already got the answer to. Or if you click on it, they got your details straight away. So there's some ways that you can figure out that's a fake, but sometimes they're really good in acting like a real situation where it looks like a real situation, and then you fall into it, and then they got what they wanted, and then you kind of
There's like I think they call phishing, you know.
Phishing, that's another one.
And also they're like the social engineering, and even like two people they're just doing podcasts. Anybody, you know, they're putting a video online. You can actually take the video out, get the person out, and then you can actually make them say something and then send it to their partners or whatever and create a problem, you know. I say you have been doing this, and it can create a whole sort of problem, you know.
Absolutely.
I don't know how bad it can be, but it can be quite bad with technology, you know. Yeah, and so I mean, I don't know the quiet solution, because you really have to come to the social media at this point, which is not ideal actually. Like I would say social media has created more like kind of unsocial environment than it ever created social. Like you know, I know it's a bit out of topic, but I'm saying I've been here for many years, and you know, in Auckland before COVID, people used to come a lot. They're always out there, but hardly I see anybody. See, it's all empty, you know. Social media, you know. So that's the thing we were really concerned about. So, and then don't know the implications of you know, the security thing that they're doing, and it's just kind of a bit secret, you know. The big tech's not talking about it, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah.
They're not talking about how much data they're collecting, especially. I mean, there's a lot of interviews, but they're not really. They say, "Oh, we don't know," but they're collecting a lot of stuff.
They're definitely collecting a lot of stuff. They also have some news about that happening with Elon Musk and also Mark Zuckerberg as well. So like they had some court hearings and court situations that they had to go to dealing with this particular situation. And TikTok, which is, I forgot the name of the person, but he's a Chinese guy, Singaporean, but he's the CEO of TikTok. So he's also got into the court and then just talking about, you know, people are getting information, that kind of thing, and etc., etc. And they what are you going to do to your viewers? You know, all these people who's going through all that, sending all the information, private information, and that kind of thing. So all the social giants, and also not YouTube yet, but the other ones have been questioned so far by authorities.
Yeah, true. Because I know, I mean, there was a point where you know, TikTok was almost getting banned in US, but I think it's fine. This Chinese company don't ban it, but what about other companies? You know, what about Facebook? You know, I mean, Meta. I mean, I don't know. It's quite. I'm not really sure about what's going to happen with the data, because that's the new gold. Sorry, what did they call the gold, or the liquid gold is data? You know, so data is everything. You know, so I don't know what's going to happen actually with these things happening. Yeah. And also this AI making videos and stuff like that. Yeah. Anything else you want to add?
Well, AI is taking over the generations coming up, so hopefully that will sort out the social media issues, and also the people who are using social media that can use AI instead of social media. But AI is kind of linked with social media to, you know, create those particular situations, like, you know, uploading onto the social platforms to enhance that engagement, etc. But if it's just AI on its own, then they can just stick with AI itself. Don't need social media to make that happen.
Yeah, that's quite true, because there's another thing called I probably have to talk about. It's a different topic, but it's about Google. You know, it's like people are not using it much at these days, because they just go to ChatGPT or AI, because they knows everything. So when you go to Google and then you have to say so much links and stuff. Yeah, I mean, they have their own AI, but for some reason it's always first come, first serve. So not first come, first serve, but the first one wins like the game. So the ChatGPT was the first that came, you know, and it's still the biggest one. Unfortunately, or fortunately, whatever you want to say, it's still the biggest one.
Yeah.
I mean, Google has launched their own, Facebook has their own, but ChatGPT, that's what people know, because that was the first thing that came. The rest copied it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so I guess that's all I'm gonna say for today. Yeah. All right then. Anything else you wanna add?
Good.
Okay. All right, guys. I hope you like our podcast. Please subscribe, like, and see you on the next podcast. Okay. Bye for now.